I wanted to bring y'all another mukbang. Today I'm eating at Newks Eatery. I have a salad, and if this hair gets in my way, I will pull it back. So this is my salad. So I got the chef salad. I usually get the ultimate, but I don't like the chicken. But I'm fine with just this, especially since I'm watching my calories. I got it with honey mustard. Their honey mustard is the best. Seriously. And for this dressing on the salad, I want y'all to see that part. Look at that. That's enough. And these salads be so good, y'all. Y'all have to try out Newks. The best dressing. Y'all, this is so hard trying to get comfortable, you know. Okay. Yeah, they got the best salad. Them and Chick-fil-A. See, I'm just happy that even though I love food that's not good for me, I also like foods that are very good for me. I enjoy them because there's some people that don't like salads or vegetables or fruits. And I do, you know. You know, I'm gonna just talk to y'all a little bit while I'm doing this. I don't know where my thoughts will take me, but I'm just gonna tell y'all a few things that's been on my mind since I've been living here by myself. Don't get me wrong, I love having this place to myself, not having to worry about nobody else. But I do find myself like thinking about, I don't want to, I hate saying stuff. I don't want to birth anything, but I think about my safety. That's how I'm gonna say it. I think about my safety. I have pepper spray. I have me a hammer now I carry with me. I think about like while I'm asleep, with me not having a gun or somebody just, I don't want to talk about it, but those are things I think about. And I usually love it like when I have my friend come stay the night with me. I feel safer. I just be thinking stuff when I'm here alone. Or I be thinking like, what if somebody see me walk in the house and either A, they perceive me to be a biological woman that they decide that they want to take from me, they want to rape me or whatever the case may be. Or B, they clock me as a transgender and they have a problem with that. Or C, they think I'm a biological woman, try to rape me until they get close and realize that I'm not a biological woman and it turns from rape to murder or something like that. I don't want to talk, I don't want to even think about those things so much, but those are things that I think about sometimes. And I just want to kind of, going from that thought process, I want to relate it to what's going on in the world right now when it comes to a lot of us trans girls, because I feel like a lot of us do live kind of like on edge. Like we always like kind of got our guard up. We wondering like our minds can tend to go to the worst because we know that the worst tends to happen to us and people don't care nothing about it. Remembering just like all the trans girls that are out there and have lost their lives just because of who they are, it's very sad. But I want to talk about something real quick. Something important. Something I think about. So, when a trans girl dies, what is the first thought that people usually say? Like, everybody can answer that. What is the first thing people usually say as to the reason why she died? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Not even a minute, I'll give you a second. Because we all know what people say. Or what some of you may believe, you know. LGBT or not LGBT. But mostly, you know, cisgendered, heterosexual people, their first mind is usually, oh, she tricked him. Which I hate that idea. I hate the idea that there automatically has to be a, well, why did it happen? When somebody's life is taken, and whether she tricked him or not, none of that is worth it. You talking about a life, and then you talking about being tricked. Because I'm not saying that some girls don't trick guys out here. I'm not saying that. I don't know any personally, but I've heard of stories where some have. Or some have claimed to have tricked guys, and they are open about tricking guys, you know. It's something out there. Is it wrong? Yes. So, you know what, let's think about this. So most times people say, why did she die? She tricked him, right? That's what they usually say. So now let's take it a step further and say, well, why did she trick him? Nine times out of 10, I promise you, she probably tricked him because, guess what? She want to feel like every other girl. Or guess what? Maybe she feel like her safety is in danger if she didn't trick him. At the very least, maybe she just liked the guy. Do you think those are reasons that somebody should get killed? Now, I don't want to focus too much on that angle because, like I said, tricking people is wrong. That's common sense. Like, just be honest. But now, let me take it another step further and say, so if it's okay to kill people based on the fact that, oh, she tricked him. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that because these people, they see red and they'll turn on you and that's not right. She tricked him. If she wouldn't have tricked him, that would have never happened. Okay, what about all the men out here that are married and they have a girlfriend on the side and they're tricking their wife? Maybe they're tricking their wife to believe that they're this monogamous, upright man. Or they're tricking their side chick. Maybe she doesn't know she's the side chick. Maybe they're tricking her to believe that it's gonna lead to something. Do you see them in the news constantly being killed because of that? That's tricking, you know. That's tricking. Usually the same men that are out here, you know, killing the girls, they got their own demons, they got their own issues that they're dealing with. So I hate that narrative a trans girl dies, and the first thing people say is, "Oh, she probably tricked him." I hate that narrative. I don't want to hear that. That doesn't even equate to me. The punishment does not fit the crime for you to murder somebody because they tricked you, if that's what they did. Now let me go into what I really want to talk about. Imagine this. A girl has been talking to a guy on an app, and she tells him right away that she's transgender. And he says, "Oh, that's not a problem. You're a beautiful person. I still want to get to know you. I still want to chill." And so in her mind already, she's thinking, "Okay, I got me a good guy. Got me somebody who is interested in getting to know me. Maybe, possibly, maybe she's looking for a boyfriend." He manipulates her enough to be comfortable to bring to her house. When he gets there, everything is fine and smooth at first. She gives herself to him. After all of those sweet nothings and all of that manipulation, she gives herself to him. And he gets what he wants. They have fun. After he nuts, he either A, already had some ill intentions, or B, something clicks in his brain and says to himself, "Oh my God, am I considered gay now?" Before he leaves, he decides to kill her, stab her to death. Here it is, this young trans girl thought that she finally found a man that he maybe told her all through text, through chatting, all on the phone. Maybe he said, "Oh, I'm not like the other guys. I don't mind taking you out. I don't mind, maybe we can go to the movies, go on a date. We can go on a date." He said all of these sweet things. Ultimately, all he really wanted to do was to fuck her. Maybe he was curious. Maybe once he indulged into his curiosity, he determined he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the truth about himself. Nigga, you gay. I don't mean gay in a sense, because I've dealt with men that I honestly believe they view me as a woman, they treat me as a woman. And they have told me things like they're not interested in just men, anything dealing with a man, but they are interested in trans girls. They're interested in the image or whatever you bring forth. They're interested in that whole package. But I do believe that somewhere on the scale of being heterosexual and homosexual, it's somewhere in the middle, somewhere close to bisexuality. I do believe that. And some guys can't deal with that fact. They don't want to be on that scale because of society, because of their mama, their daddy, their family, They can't handle that. That story I told is not necessarily true. But we never know the possibility of any situation. So to assume that every time a trans girl dies that she was tricking him, even if she's in the sex work industry, even if she is going from hotel to hotel, like I said before, a lot of the girls nowadays, we don't have to lie about who we are. People are seeking us out, Let's say she told him right away. And she said, "Yeah, this is gonna be my fee for you to come and see me. This is the fee." He agreed to the fee. He gets there. He has ill intentions. He has intentions to fuck her and then kill her. Truth be told, we'll never get to know those true stories. We'll never get to know what really happened. Because a lot of these girls are being murdered out here. We'll never get to know those stories, so don't speculate. Because every story is not the same. Let me tell y'all this. If something were to ever happen to me, God forbid, one thing I want y'all to know is that every time I talk to a guy, every time I chat with a guy, it's always being said, I am transgender. Just so you know. A lot of guys, they continue talking to me. Or if they're not interested, they'll move along. But who's to say that one of those guys that continues to talk to me doesn't feel some type of way about him being attracted to me? And he tries to lure me along this journey of thinking of a possibility of a relationship, because I am relationship oriented. I think about these things. But nobody would ever be able to say that I tricked them. That's what I want y'all to know. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Nobody will ever be able to say I tricked them, because I'm not going to touch you in an inappropriate manner. I'm not going to kiss you. I'm not going to do anything sexual to you. Until you know. I don't like stigmas. I don't. That's just something I had been thinking about. I'm tired of these girls' tragic passings being overshadowed by people's speculations and assumptions. That doesn't make sense. You don't do that normally when other people pass. You pay your condolences. You give respect. It's not okay. For my trans girls out here that are out here tricking people, be safe. That ain't a game you want to play. You're too beautiful. You have this unique beauty about you. You don't have to trick anybody. There's people checking for you. I know you want to feel love. Maybe you don't have that love at home. Maybe you never had that love at home or from anybody. And maybe when you got a taste of that womanhood, you saw how people were gravitating towards you, and you love that feeling. You love the male attention. You love the feeling of feeling like you were being loved. It's not worth it. Because truth be told, a lot of these niggas, they don't love us. They lust after us. That's the truth. I'm not about to paint no picture like it's all perfect and like you're gonna find your Prince Charming. It's not. I'm not saying you're not gonna find them. And there's girls out here that have found their Prince Charming and found a man that's confident in himself enough to come out and say, yes, I'm with her. Be true to yourself. stand firm in who you are. But keep in mind, if you play that dangerous game, it can come back to bite you. I have watched the Gwen Arroyo story. Every now and again, I might go on Google and type in like trans murders. It's so chilling to me. Like this, just the thought of somebody just taking somebody's life because of who they are, or even if they did trick them or whatever, just taking an end in their life. Because society has such an influence on the way a lot of these men feel like they have to be so masculine, like to a level that is so toxic. It's an older trans woman on YouTube. Her name is Raven Over. She is very vigilant in ensuring that the girls know about these recent murders, and it's just so disheartening because it's like every single day she almost posts something. It's almost like every single day, and every single day somebody's dying like that. Like somebody, imagine this. Some girl is going to the store. She's walking around in the store just trying to get her groceries. There's a guy in there and he's following her around and he's intrigued by her beauty. He's intrigued. She's not paying attention really. If she sees him, she's not attracted to him. She's not interested in him in that way. He's just another guy. But he's so intrigued and he's thinking it's a biological woman. When she leaves the store and gets all her bags and stuff like that, and she's walking to her car and putting her groceries up in her car. He sees her and he's trying to play this little part of being a gentleman and say, hey, let me help you put your stuff in your car. She's trying not to talk at first. Maybe her voice is not up to par. Maybe she got the look. Maybe her voice not up to par. And she's like saying, I'm good, like that. And he's like, Ma, why you don't want to talk to me or whatever? You know, he's still trying to do his role. And he was like, I'm just trying to help you out. You look good, you know, this, that, and the third. She finally says, maybe she just wants to get him away from her. I'm transgender. I'm fine. I don't want any problems. I'm transgender. I'm just trying to go home. Maybe he feels some type of way about that. Maybe he feels some type of way that he really went out his way to not only follow her around the store, but to go outside with her and try to help her and then tell her that, you know, she's beautiful or whatever. Maybe he feels some type of way about that. Imagine that. Maybe he pull out his weapon and shoot her. Do we assume that she tricked him? If we don't know the story, we don't know these stories. That's the thing. There's so many of these stories and we don't know the stories because these girls are not here to tell their stories. That's what pissed me off. These girls are not here to tell their stories. Don't make up stuff. I was hoping to just do like a regular mukbang, but these conversations are important. That was good. But you know what? That's why I don't be stunting these niggas. When I'm out and about, I go do what I have to do, come back in the house. I'm not into the club scene. I'm not into all of that stuff. I'm a very, homebody, laid back, intimate type person, like intimate one-on-one type person. I don't like too many people around me, you know. I just stay to myself because, like, people out here are like scandalous, and people out here are very full of tricks. My experience with men has not been the best. You know, a lot of times men are often just trying to use me for sex. No matter how honest I am with them, they still feed me lies, you know, so I'd be better off in here alone by myself, you know. I'd be fine. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm focusing on healing myself internally and just developing into the best person that I can be for myself, you know. Hopefully a man comes along one day, you know, and can put a smile on my face. You know, a man can come along and be that Prince Charming or that king that I always dreamed of, you know. But it's not a requirement, you know. It's not a requirement. But yeah, those are just some things I wanted to talk about. Kind of just like been passing through my mind here and there. Every time I see somebody, trans girl dying, it's just another like kick in the stomach or whatever. It's just like another like, wow, really? You almost, I don't want to say you become desensitized to it, but it's kind of like you expect it. You expect like, okay, when is the next trans girl gonna die? And you already expect that nobody's gonna care, you know. But guys, I've eaten all my food. I've said what I had to say. I'm about to go lay down. I could like technically eat something else, but I'm on a diet. So if anything, I'll probably eat like a pickle later or something like that. I really did enjoy my food. Again, check them out if you haven't been. It's Newks Eatery. They have salads, pizza, sandwiches, pastas, all type of stuff. They're kind of like a Panera in a way, kind of sort of. To me, they're better than Panera in a way. I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah, Newks, I recommend them. They're good. You guys, I'm coming to you barefaced. I'm bearing it all to you. One of these days, I'm gonna try to do another makeup tutorial because I looked at my old makeup tutorial and that thing was like, my foundation was not matching my chest. Like, that looked crazy to me. If y'all go back and watch it, y'all will see like, it didn't match. And that's like, to me, that's like, I'm trying to sharpen my skills as an artist. So I didn't like that, but I might try to do another makeup tutorial video soon. And maybe it'll be geared towards like the trans girls, like things that you can do to kind of not do too much, but also, you know, give yourself a little spruce up, you know. So I'll just have to see how that goes. But yes, guys, I have been coming to you barefaced, showing you all my flaws and things like that. We all have flaws, and one thing that was important to me was that I didn't feel like I had to wear makeup to go outside. And I've gotten to the place now where I can step outside without any makeup. I can just throw on some lashes and gloss. On a rare day, I'll go out without any lashes or gloss, you know, but I like to at least have my lashes and gloss on, you know. But I used to feel like, I was so scared at one point because when I first started transitioning, I was like, what am I going to do when it's summertime? And I know I'm like a person that's prone to sweat, and I'm not going to feel comfortable putting makeup on my face. I was like scared about that. I'm like, how am I going to go out? I remember feeling like that. And And I knew personally, I knew how lazy I can be, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to just beat my face every time I had to go out. Or I didn't want to keep makeup on my face all the time. It's not good for your skin. I knew that, I knew I didn't. So I was just trying to think of like, what can I do? And for me, the solution was just throwing on some lashes, throwing on some gloss, a nice little wig, keep your eyebrows arched, and getting my laser. My laser has not been as effective as I want it to be. I feel like it's moving in slow motion, but my doctor or my nurse told me, she said, just keep hope. It's gonna, I promise you, if you wait, it's gonna work out. So I'm trusting her, but it has taken a long time, and I wish my face was completely hairless and with no marks and stuff like that, but this is part of my journey. This is part of my story, and it is what it is. Like, don't feel the need to hide every single part of your story or your journey. If you don't want to wear makeup every day, then don't wear makeup every day. Don't use it as a crutch. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to use it as a crutch, and I've gotten to the place now where I can step outside without putting on makeup. I can go to interviews. I can go to the store. I can go to the gas station. I can go out and about without makeup. And to be honest, I never know what people really have in their mind. But to be honest, I don't get clocked like that. But to be honest, like, I see Dee Dee. Like, when I look at myself, I see Dee Dee. And she has this unique beauty about her. Dee Dee is not a biological woman. Dee Dee is a transgender. And I can see that in Dee Dee. But I don't find that to be something that's ugly. I find that to be something beautiful. Like I was saying, like, I go out and about, no makeup on, just lashes and gloss. I done had niggas, a nigga outside my apartment. He had walked past me at first, so I didn't think he was talking to me because I thought he was on the phone or something. And he was saying something to me. He's like, hey. And I was like, hey. And he was like, can I get your number? And I was like, oh no, I'm not interested. I was like, I'm not interested. I just kept it pushing because I don't be studying niggas like that, but also I be getting like nervous. Like, I be so nervous at first. Like, I be thinking like, does he know I'm transgender? Do he not? Like, if I have to tell him, even if I have to tell him through text, like if I would have gave him my number and told him through text, he would have known where I stayed at. And like, what if he decided to come back and like do something to me because he didn't like the fact he was attracted to me. But yeah, I go out and about and I don't get picked on. I don't get ridiculed. I go out, do what I have to do, come back in the house, and nobody bothers me. I slip under the radar. Every now and again, I have a man, say something to me. I had an older guy inside Dollar General, and he was the older black guy. And listen, y'all, I had on this like leopard print dress, and I did have a mask on. I had a mask on. I felt like I was serving body with my little waist trainer on underneath. I was serving all of those things, and I had my little short little pumps on or whatever. So I'm walking past him, and he sees me, and he go like, So I'm thinking, okay, here go this BS. He about to just laugh in my face, or he feels some type of way about me. So he clocked me, and he got a problem, or what? So that's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like, anyway, I'm gonna pay it and keep moving and get what I need to get and get out of here. So I walk past him on the other side of him, trying to grab something on this side of him. I'm still standing like right here. So he turns to me and he says, I told my mama I wasn't gonna never fall in love again. Y'all, that thing tripped me out. I was like, oh my God. And so I just, I tried to like just play it off like I was all coy, or like, it didn't faze me, and try to hurry up and get up out that store because I was just like, I didn't know if he knew, and I didn't know how his personality would change if he found out or something. That was definitely an ego booster, a confidence booster. When you don't get clocked and you're able to move around, it is an ego booster. You like, yeah, I'm that girl. You like, you know you that girl. Like, it feels good. That same guy, he actually, I guess he worked there. He had checked me out in the line another day, and he was like, "Ma'am, you need me to help you take your stuff out to the car?" Like, it was so like sweet. Like, yeah. So I've had my run-ins with guys nowadays, and to just limit all confusion, to not put myself in danger or harm's way, I just tell them, oh no, I'm not interested, you know, if they try to push up on me. But I ain't found the right guy yet that really make me like double take and think like, I don't know, I might give him my number. I ain't found that guy yet. You know, most of these guys, I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll pay it. I'm rambling now. So guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. All of those good things. Bye.